Let's take a look at some of the day's other news. The Hamas-run territory civil defense agency reports that an Israeli airstrike has killed at least 14 people in central Gaza, including 2 children. The strike hit a UN school sheltering displaced Palestinian families. And the UN Palestinian Refugee Agency UNRWA reports 6 staffs were killed during Israeli airstrikes, making their highest staff death toll from the single incident. And the Israeli military says it was targeting Hamas militants, planning attacks from inside the school. Meanwhile, Israel has been increasing operations in the West Bank. The Israeli Red Crescent Society reports 5 people were killed as a result of Israeli airstrikes in Tubas. Our correspondent Jonathan Regev has more from Tel Aviv.
Part of basically ongoing operation all across the West Bank. Tubas is just outside the city of Tulkarem, which is on the western edge of the West Bank, very close to what is known here as the Green Line, separating the West Bank from Israel proper. And pretty much we can say that the Israeli activity all along the West Bank has not really stopped. We spoke about 2 weeks ago about an ongoing operation in the cities of Jenin and Tulkarem. It may have come to an official end at a certain time, but the operation is ongoing all the time in Jenin, in Tubas, forces coming in, coming out. This specific attack targeting 5 militants. Israel claims these were 5 people involved in various terror acts, and they were targeted from the air and killed overnight in Tubas. And I think this is part of what we're seeing as a major escalation in violence on one hand and in Israeli operations on the one hand all across the West Bank in the past few months. Just hours after this incident in Tubas, there was another incident further to the east, not far from the Palestinian city of Ramallah, in which a Palestinian truck driver ran over an Israeli soldier, killing him eventually. And so we're speaking of a lot of violence all across the West Bank, not only in Jenin and Nablus, the focal points of militant activity over the past few weeks, but over the past few years, but recently also in Tubas, near Tulkarem, near Ramallah, even further south, near Hebron. The West Bank is boiling from militant activity on one hand and Israeli activity on the other.